that. We couldn't even get anyone to show up in court. We had to have their granddaughter show up in court. But we ended up having 2 more court hearings. We embarrassed them over and over and over and over. We went into it afraid. They opened because they had to. They were going to go out of business. And by about a weekend, we lost all fear and it just never came back. They're totally fearless. They ended up racking up $945,000 in fines. And all Glinda said was, "I wish it was $1 million. I really want to hit $1 million." And she's just fearless. And she says it's on her bucket list to go to jail. At that time, we were still wondering if they're going to be dragging people out of restaurants and closing them down. Ultimately, that never happened. But she went into that fight like her restaurant was already gone, and that's why she was successful. And that's the winning attitude. I've seen a lot of people fighting, and it's so scary. But if you get to the point where you don't have anything they can take from you because you already consider it gone, and you fight like you died last night, you just can't be beat. You just can't be beat. The only real weapon they have is fear. And once they lose that over us, they become afraid because they don't know what we'll do. And when we're showing up peacefully, rationally, telling them, what's happening, they don't know what to do because they want you hiding at home. And so I'll just kind of close with one more point. None of this, you hear this a lot. You hear, oh, because of COVID, oh, because of COVID, oh, because of COVID, this and that. COVID did nothing. COVID did nothing with the supply chain. COVID did nothing with your friend committing suicide. COVID did nothing with your friend relapsing and dying of overdose. COVID did nothing with your children being on antidepressants now. This is all COVID policy. Everything we're facing, every way our lives have been stepped on for the past 2 years is COVID policy. And nothing illustrates that more than back in March when Jay Inslee issued an emergency order closing K-12 education with an emergency order because of the COVID emergency that he himself declared and created. And then a few months back, he issued another emergency proclamation declaring the mental health problems of children a disaster and public disorder. And he went through 4 pages of all of the suicide attempts and depression in the mental wards of hospitals that are packed with children. And then he said, the contributing factor of this emergency is the closure of K-12 education. And so that, to me, it was just a real light bulb going off, because here in a few months, when he declares another emergency for the lack of hospital staff, which we're already seeing, it's not COVID, it's COVID policy. It's disaster after disaster, and we're not going to play with it anymore. So just call it what it is. At Stuffy's we had a lot of people coming to us, hoping that we'd have people dying and you're going to kill your staff, and we heard it all. And we did lose a staff member, and he overdosed. He was kind of lost his battle with his addictions, but I worked with him for 18 years. And COVID did not kill him. COVID policy got him in a weakened enough state to where he did relapse. And it's kind of put a chip on my shoulder. And I just wanted to say, we're done playing the game. And that's just like Arn said, why do you need a no mask resolution? Don't wear a mask. Do what you feel is correct for yourself. But I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you.